Inoue, I'm proud of him. He's from Japan in Asia.
Your prediction, how does the fight end? Manny Pacquiao Barios? Decision or knockout?
Oh, I think a knockout. I think a knockout. Yeah, and I'm not just saying that because
what round?
I'd probably say probably mid, like late, probably 8 to 10.
Later in the fight?
I'd say 8 to 10.
Manny Pacquiao recently welcomed Inoue to his training camp as he prepares for his upcoming fight against Mario Barrios. Pacquiao praised Inoue's remarkable achievements and noted that Inoue's fighting style reminds him of his own during his younger years. He spoke highly of Inoue's discipline, speed, and skill, expressing pride in everything Inoue has accomplished and calling him a true representative of elite boxing.
Inoue, I'm proud of him. He's from Japan in Asia, in our place. So his style is like when I was young, like 15, like when I was 115, 122, 100. Inoue is he can fight in different weight division. If you want my advice how to do what to do, I can give him advice.
You can give him the 8 divisions.
I don't know. 8 division is hard to complete.
Manny Pacquiao recently told the media that he ranks Naoya Inoue above Gervonta Davis, emphasizing that Inoue's blistering speed is the key difference. Pacquiao highlighted that in modern boxing, velocity and lightning-fast reflexes are crucial, and Inoue embodies these qualities. He praised the Japanese star's ability to unleash combinations so quickly that opponents can hardly mount an effective counterattack, reaffirming that athletic speed remains the most powerful path to dominance in the ring.
Inoue.
Why is that? Why does Inoue beat Gervonta? You couldn't figure out a fight.
Inoue is fast. In boxing, speed is the key.
Further expressing his admiration, Pacquiao recognized not only Naoya Inoue's incredible speed but also his formidable punching power. He voiced strong confidence that Inoue's well-rounded skill set, combining blistering speed with impressive strength, would give him the edge in a matchup against Gervonta Davis. Pacquiao highlighted Inoue's remarkable ability to end fights in the middle rounds, a testament to his precision, timing, and finishing instinct. Through these remarks, Pacquiao left no doubt about how highly he regards Inoue's talents, describing him as one of the most complete and dangerous fighters in boxing today.
So Manny Pacquiao was asked who he thought would win against Gervonta Davis versus Naoya Inoue, and he says he fights like I'm used to. In the media scrum for the shock world title return against Mario Barrios, which I still can't believe is happening. He's 46 years old. I don't know why Mario Barrios signed. Obviously everyone wants to fight a legend, but like, he's 46. You know what I mean? He could be your dad. But yeah, 8 Division 1 champion Manny Pacquiao was asked what he believes will happen if Davis and Inoue will face each other at some point in the future. Inoue is fast. Inoue's style is like what I was I would definitely have to say not so much similar. I just feel like Pacquiao was a little bit more wilder. Inoue seems to have more compact, tighter punches, if that makes sense. But I can see the similarities in a sense that way. But yeah, I think, I don't know, it's hard. That's a lot of things to cover. So I don't know if you think. Who do you guys think?
In a candid moment, Pacquiao revealed that Naoya Inoue is his favorite boxer today. He emphasized that Inoue embodies everything boxing should represent: aggression balanced with smart movement, charisma in close exchanges, and calculated precision. Pacquiao explained that watching Inoue reminds him of himself in his prime, someone who never stayed still and applied constant pressure with relentless footwork.
Do you still watch boxing now? You're still into it? Do you enjoy watching boxing?
Yeah, because boxing is my passion, so that's why I enjoy watching boxing.
Do you have a favourite fighter now that's active?
Right now, Asian, like Naoya.
Inoue, amazing.
He's a good fighter, and I hope that he will accomplish in different weight division also.
Yeah, he probably will. Such a quality fighter.
As fans eagerly anticipate Manny Pacquiao's return to the ring on July 19 against WBC champion Mario Barrios, the Filipino legend is deep into a grueling training camp with a world title on the line. Pacquiao has reunited with his longtime trainer Freddie Roach and committed to an intense regimen that includes shadowboxing, high-intensity interval drills, and weight training, all with laser-sharp focus. Insiders note that Pacquiao isn't preparing for a nostalgic farewell, he's determined to come back as a true contender ready to reclaim his place among boxing's elite. One of his sparring partners even predicted a decisive 8th-round knockout of Barrios, praising Pacquiao's enduring quickness and asserting that the icon still outpaces many fighters in their prime. The camp has reportedly featured high-tempo sparring rounds, where Pacquiao's sharp counters and slick footwork consistently put younger partners on the defensive. A clear reflection of the camp's belief that speed remains his greatest weapon. Mario Barrios has responded with determination to the narrative surrounding his supposed age advantage at 30, insisting that he still has youth on his side. While he openly acknowledges Pacquiao's legendary status, Barrios refuses to be overshadowed by it. He made it clear that facing a 46-year-old icon is far from a soft assignment, and he plans to push Pacquiao in every area: speed, stamina, and ringcraft. His confidence reflects the mindset of a champion unwilling to let experience or reputation intimidate him.
Not like other fighters are doing right now, you know?
He's faster than any 26-year-old. He runs faster than he's running with a bunch of lions, like young, hungry lions, and he's outpacing. Like today, he ran the hill of record speed. I drove, he ran, and he got there like 1 minute after.
Yeah, I just heard he did like an hour 25 minutes running.
And then shadow box, then 1600 sit-ups.
So that's something, you know, that someone was at this age, like, you know, you're not seeing people doing that, so it's like,
16 or 118. He could have fought 118 on the same day and become a 10. Without giving away the game plan, because you're in the gym with him, obviously. Give me your prediction. How does the fight end? Manny Pacquiao Barrios. Decision or knockout?
Ooh, I think a knockout. I think a
Manny?
knockout. Yeah, and I'm not just saying that.
What round?
I'll probably say mid, like late, probably 8 to 10.
Later in the fight?
Like, yeah, stay around there. And I'm saying I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it right now.
How hard does he hit?
You know, he's a solid dude. That's what I can say. That's what I can say. He's a solid guy.
You're 30, he's 46, hasn't fought in 4 years. Like, in your mind, how do you see the fight going? How are you going to beat Manny, or what do you see yourself doing to him?
Yeah, no, I just have to use, all of that, like the, as busy as I've been in my career, the attributes I have, the skill set I have, the youth is on my side. So why not just go in there, use all of that, again, just make sure, I still walk out holding that title. I said, at the end there, it's kill or be killed, I know, if he has me hurt at any point, he's going to be the same way. Like I said, it's just my job, just to work on everything. Me and my team have been, training and drilling, these last couple weeks, and, finish off these next 6, as best as we can, so I can go in there from fight night and, so retain the title. All right, guys.
Oscar de la Hoya, who shared a storied rivalry with Pacquiao, praised Manny's decision to face Barrios at this stage of his career. De la Hoya applauded the matchup as more than just a sporting contest, calling it a testament to Pacquiao's courage and willingness to pursue meaningful challenges rather than easy victories. He emphasized that Barrios is a legitimate, proven opponent, and Pacquiao isn't chasing headlines, he's strengthening his legacy through true, competitive battles.
I would ask a simple question. And please, Manny, tell me the truth. That's it. That's it. Why are you coming back? And the warrior that Manny is, he's gonna be like, because I love to fight and I want to fight the best, and I've been watching boring fights and I want to come back and give a show against Barios, who's a world champion. That's the true legend.
Undefeated contender Rolando "Rolly" Romero added an intriguing perspective, stating that no matter the outcome, Pacquiao's status as a legend remains untouchable. Romero even expressed interest in facing Pacquiao next, suggesting that such a matchup would thrill fans around the world. His comments framed the upcoming fight as more than just a contest, it's a symbolic crossroads, where a hungry contender looks toward a living legend with ambition and respect.
Rolly Pacquiao. Don't matter if he beats Barrios or not, still Rolly Pacquiao.
How many losses Pacquiao had? Oh, that's another thing, Brady. Pacquiao another one that don't give a fuck about losses, and everyone keep tuning in for him, right? Bro, all that undefeated shit, that don't mean shit if you're not fighting nobody. Nobody gives a fuck about it.
Combat analyst Ryan Campbell weighed in on Pacquiao's return, noting that even at 46, Manny's speed still outclasses that of many average welterweights. While Campbell acknowledged that Pacquiao may no longer possess all the explosive agility of his prime, he emphasized the Filipino icon's sharpened timing, instinctive footwork, and seasoned boxing IQ qualities that continue to set him apart in the ring.
The much younger, the 29-year-old Mario Barrios.
Look, I'm not saying the odds will be high that he's going to come back and pull this upset or even be ultra competitive. But again, it's sort of like Manny's already superhuman. Turning pro at like age 15 or 16 at 106 pounds and winning titles in 8 divisions. And oh, by the way, 2 fights ago for Manny in 2019, he came out of retirement and beat an unbeaten Keith Thurman for the welterweight title at the age of 40. There's very few greats that you can call all-time greats, and I think sometimes even above that category, there's that upper room. Is Manny Pacquiao one of those in boxing history? Sure. But let's look at a couple things. The last thing to go is power, yes. Manny was also absurdly fast in his prime. So like a Roy Jones Jr. who hung on far too long, but was still fighting professionally at the age of 50, he still got speed that kind of compares to the average or above average speed that's out there today.
Camp footage and media clips show Pacquiao punching with sharp focus and impressive speed, firing off tight bursts of combinations designed to hone his technique and rhythm. His trademark footwork, so crucial to his style, remains remarkably agile. At an age when most fighters have long hung up their gloves, Pacquiao's commitment in camp is striking. Every session features detailed drill work, mid-range combination sequences, defensive parries, precision punching, and full ring movement, all executed with surgical precision. The result is a training atmosphere defined not by waning intensity, but by meticulous refinement and purpose. Promoter Frank Warren and pundit Simon Jordan voiced strong criticism of the WBC and athletic commissions for allowing a 46-year-old Pacquiao to compete for a world title. Both argued that the matchup is unnecessary and could put Pacquiao's storied legacy at risk. They warned that sanctioning high-stakes bouts for aging fighters not only endangers the athletes but also risks damaging boxing's reputation, calling it a sign of poor oversight and questionable governance within the sport's ruling bodies.
Roger Fernandez. Roger Fernandez.
In direct interviews, Pacquiao dismissed the idea that financial gain drove his return to the ring. Instead, he spoke candidly about the emotional void he felt during his time away from boxing, missing the discipline, the daily grind, and the rush of competition. He described boxing as a personal calling rather than a commercial pursuit, pointing to his charitable work and commitment to public service as proof that his priorities go far beyond profit.
To explain Frank can speak to it far more eloquently than I can. I think it's a disgraceful decision. I think it's an appalling decision. I mean, the WBC make lots of appalling decisions, and I'm not a big fan of them. But the fact of the matter is Pacquiao is a legend of the sport. I don't know why they want to do it, whether it's the fees that they get as a result of it, or whether it's the publicity. Boxing is in a brilliant position right now because of the Frank Warrens in the world and the relationship that he's developed over the last couple of years with the Saudis. That's opened the door for everybody else. We're getting brilliant fights. We don't need to rehash somebody that's forming against a world champion who isn't a great world champion, but that's not the point. the optics of this, the reality of this, there's no necessity for it. Besides the WBC doing it for, I think, illegitimate reasons.
Why? I mean, Frank, you know the sport insider. It seems to me, why does boxing always seem to allow for these kind of stories to manifest themselves?
Well, it's not boxing doing it, it's the governing body. I mean, it's their title and they decide who can fight for their title. So that rests with the governing body. I mean, for me, George Foreman came back, but he came back at an old age and won the title at 50 years. He was 50 years of age when he fought. You know, you look at...
but he didn't go straight on to a world title fight, though, did he, Frank? He built
up. That's the point I was going to make. You know, you come in and you test the water. Go straight in for a world...
Sebastian Fundora, a rising star in the sport, emphasized that respect for legends means nothing once the bell rings. He urged Barrios to approach the fight with confidence, aggression, and smart strategy in order to break through Pacquiao's aura. For Fundora, success in this kind of matchup comes down to tactical execution, using youth, conditioning, and sharp instincts to capitalize on every opportunity, no matter the opponent's legacy.
No, the comeback, the reason why I come back is because I want to, I miss boxing. I mean, I want to be a champion again. And I can still that. In my heart, in my mind, I can still be a champion.
Former world champion Ricky Hatton echoed growing concerns, warning that allowing Pacquiao to return at 46 for a high-profile title fight could set a dangerous precedent. Citing examples of past comebacks that ended in physical decline, Hatton cautioned that even the greatest athletes risk tarnishing their legacies by stepping back into the ring too late. His remarks highlighted fears that both the sport and its fans could be forced to witness the painful downfall of one of boxing's true icons.
I don't know. I haven't seen Pacquiao. Barrios been looking good. Well, besides the last fight with Ramos, but he's been looking good. He's been using his range real nice. I like Barrios.
If you're in Barrios' shoes, you're fighting like a legend, like a guy you've grown up watching. Is there like a mental process you have to go through to make sure you don't show him too much respect on fight night?
If it was me, I think, I don't know, I just fight him the way I always fight him. No respect in the ring. There's no respect in the ring, you know. Pacquiao's Pacquiao. Pacquiao's a legend. He's going into Hall of Fame
this year.
Yeah, this year. So next week. There we go. In Minnesota. So you know, he's always gonna be a legend no matter what. But what you do in the ring is completely different. There's no respect in the ring. Shouldn't be.
Former world champion Ricky Hatton echoed growing concerns, warning that allowing Pacquiao to return at 46 for a high-profile title fight could set a dangerous precedent. Citing examples of past comebacks that ended in physical decline, Hatton cautioned that even the greatest athletes risk tarnishing their legacies by stepping back into the ring too late. His remarks highlighted fears that both the sport and its fans could be forced to witness the painful downfall of one of boxing's true icons.
4 years he's fighting for the WBC welterweight title. That's July the 19th in Vegas, ironically. What did you make of that news when you heard it?
Well, it's boxing today, isn't it? To be honest with you, boxing, you know, if you can let a 58-year-old Mike Tyson box a Jake Paul, then, well, Manny Pacquiao going back at 46 doesn't look too bad, does it? But if Manny is coming back though, you know, Tyson was coming back fighting Jake Paul, Manny's coming back fighting for a world title. But, and I say this with love, you know, how has Manny got his world title shot? He's been retired 6 years. He can't. He's got that on previous successes, hasn't he? You know, to walk straight after being retired so many years, go straight into a world title fight. How is that allowed possible? What happened? Surely he must have been dropped out of the rankings when he retired. All of a sudden, he decided to make a comeback. They put him straight in at number one contender. I think only boxing can answer that.
I think he's got, did you say fifth, Joe? He's been already placed fifth in the world ranking.
You know, you've been retired years, and you know, Corey, and your previous, he was a hell of a fighter a few years back, but you don't know what he's going to be like today. So you know, you like to think you'd have a couple of warm-up fights so we can say, yeah, and then get him in. But boxing these days, I think the money's everything in it.
You fought both, obviously. In your opinion, who's better? Who's tougher?
I think Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, I think Floyd Mayweather. I mean, that sounds rich, but he absolutely was probably one of the most brutal knockouts in boxing history. I'd say, you know what I mean? When I see him getting knocked out by Pacquiao on Instagram or YouTube or anything like that, it's in the top 10 of the most destructive knockouts of all time. But I was a little bit past myself that day, you know, and I'd one or two, you know, I wasn't a master of defence like Floyd Mayweather. I'd take 4 to get one in sometimes.
Fans and industry voices have reacted to Pacquiao's comeback with a mix of nostalgic excitement and genuine concern for his well-being. While many are eager to see the legend back in action, they also point to cautionary tales like Mike Tyson's later years, where once glorious returns ended in disappointment and unnecessary punishment.
Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao. The fight between Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios is now official. July 19th on pay-per-view in Las Vegas. We saw video this week, Sergio, of Manny Pacquiao back at Wildcard, like he's never left, ready to go again, working with Freddie Roach. I feel like I'm back in 2010, the Wayback Machine. Pacquiao looked pretty good in some of the videos that I saw, like he wasn't in horrible shape, but he is 46 years old, going up against a guy that is more than a decade younger than him in Mario Barrios. Bob Arum, in the same interview, he said that he was worried about Manny Pacquiao. This is a guy that promoted Pacquiao for most of his professional career, not promoting this fight against Barrios, but he said he is concerned for Pacquiao going into this fight. Do you have concerns about Pacquiao going in?
No, I don't have concerns. And post a video and look good for 10 seconds right now. Just like when Mike Tyson looked like a killer when he was promoting the Jake Paul fight. You writers and you guys with the non-boxing eye need to get those videos out of your head, because they're just clips. Anyone could look good for that long. I can train you to look good for 10 seconds. It'll be pretty hard, but I can train you to look good for 10 seconds on video. So don't worry about that. I look, Bob Arum knows what he's talking about, because it's the legs that's gonna get to Pacquiao, not the power, not the explosive speed. It in front of a heavy bag, but whenever you're in front of an opponent and he's going to be moving around, it's the legs that are going to fail you. They're going to betray you. The power's not going to betray you. That lasts until the very end. His punch resistance, that's not going to betray him, because that never goes. Speed, and it's because you rely on your legs. That's the thing that goes at age. So at 46 years old, Manny Pacquiao's not going to have zero legs. There's a man that made a career.
The debate centers on finding the balance between celebrating a legend and protecting his health, highlighting just how deeply invested the boxing world remains in Pacquiao's journey. This fight is about more than titles. It's a symbolic clash between boxing's golden era and its future. Pacquiao's storied career, with championships in 8 divisions, stands in stark contrast to Barrios' rise in his athletic prime. The matchup creates a powerful narrative of legacy versus ambition, but it also sparks ethical concerns about physical disparity and the risks involved. It's a bout that promises high drama, as fans eagerly watch to see if experience and heart can overcome youth and raw athleticism.
Manny Pacquiao's fighting Mario Barrios for a welterweight championship. And he's 46 years old. I did a whole video about how I think this is really sad, because Manny Pacquiao should be fighting at 46 years old, because, brain injuries. But if he wins, that can make the welterweight division crazy. If you don't know, the welterweight division has been historically a great one in boxing, but lately has been pretty dead. Boots Ennis is the best guy in it, and one of the reasons you may not have heard of him is because there's no one else for him to really fight in that division, so he just dominates it. Everyone's been talking about how there has been big names in the welterweight division, but now it's getting stacked with big names. Not necessarily the best fighters, but big names that are fun. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao. This division is getting absolutely insane, and Boots Ennis has a chance to run through it. Because honestly, I don't think any of those guys are better than him, and he will get the credit he deserves. What do you guys think about all this? Let me know.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for the next one.